Welcome back to the movie recap. Today's movie will be a 2015 Chinese war action film titled Wolf Warrior. So sit back, relax and enjoy the video. The movie begins when a group of PLA Special Operations Forces secretly heads to the southern border of China to raid a drug smuggling operation on an abandoned chemical facility. Sergeant Lang Feng, a skilled PLA sniper, is in his camouflage position, awaiting orders to shoot the smugglers. As the raid commences, the PLA forces silently kill the drug smugglers on a lookout to not alert those inside the facility. Then, they all surprisingly attack the smugglers inside, including their leader Wu Ji. The smugglers hastily flee while Wu Ji sets off bombs to attack the PLA forces. After that, Wu Ji frighteningly holds one of his men captive to demand a car from the PLA forces in exchange for not killing the hostage. He cowardly hides behind reinforced concrete. She, the PLA force commanding officer, orders a ceasefire, yet, Lang Feng has other plans. Concentratedly, Lang Feng aims his sniper rifle at the reinforced concrete where Wu Ji hides. Commander She orders him to not shoot, yet he disobeys. Then, he pulls his trigger 3 times to create a hole and make the bullet slip through to kill Wu Ji. As a result of his actions, he is sent to meet the higher officers to judge his demeanor. The higher officers furiously ask him several questions about his impulsive action. Lang Feng doesn't feel remorse for what he did and claims to do it again. Long Xiaoyun, the female commander of the Wolf Warriors forces, is fascinated with what he did. However, Lang Feng has to stay in solitary confinement. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, Min Deng, Wu Ji's brother, is raided by police to arrest for his numerous unlawful actions. Min Deng willingly goes with them. But first, he stands still outside his house while lighting a cigarette. Then, an officer attempts to take the cigarette but gets shot by an American mercenary. Alerted, the police force attempts to shoot the mercenary, but unfortunately, their position explodes as an elite squad of mercenaries bombs at them. All the police force in the area falls dead, and the mercenaries rejoice. Min Deng remains alive and ungrazed. Sometime later, Min Deng pays respect to his dead brother, Wu Ji, by having a funeral ceremony. Afterward, he opens up 4 briefcases full of cash with a single picture of Lang Feng. Then, to avenge his dead brother, he orders the mercenaries to take down Lang Feng in exchange for his money. The mercenaries follow his command and immediately depart to China. After a while in solitary confinement, Xiaoyun visits Lang Feng in his cell. Xiaoyun introduces herself as the commander of the Wolf Warrior Company, full of skilled and professional soldiers. To her surprise, Lang Feng knows little about the Wolf Warriors and interestingly wants to participate in the force. So, Xiaoyun invites him, and he unhesitatingly accepts her invitation immediately. A day later, Lang Feng is excitedly departing to the Wolf Warrior Company's post through a military aircraft. As he arrives, the Wolf Warriors effortfully welcome him by bringing numerous military tanks and all their members with them. Xiao Bing, deputy commander of the Wolf Warriors, assigns Lang Feng to Yufei's squad. Yufei then joyously welcomes Lang Feng. After some time, the Wolf Warriors are inside a military aircraft departing to a remote area on China's southern border to train against Red forces. One of the Wolf Warriors curiously asks Lang Feng about what he did in the abandoned chemical facility. He silently smiles as he learns the rumors have spread to all the forces. Suddenly, their training begins even before their aircraft lands. Then, they all readily stand at the exit door of the aircraft and consecutively jump. As the Wolf Warriors reach the forest in a remote area through parachutes, they spread out to ambush the Red force. Xiaoyun, in the line, orders them to commence an attack on the base. In doubt, Lang Feng perceives that their attack will fail, yet, Xiao Bing confidently tells him that they will never forget. Thus, Lang Feng's squad moves separately to commence a different plan. As expected, the rest of the Wolf Warrior fails, but fortuitously, Lang Feng's squad remains. They devise a plan to attack the Red force base. Their planted fake bomb explodes, and the Red force alertly spreads out their base. After that, the Red force commander She attempts to escape. However, Lang Feng manages to shoot him with fake bullets and win that round. Later that night, Lang Feng's squad is having a break while on the lookout in the perimeter of the forest. Suddenly, Xiao Bing and another comrade manically rush to them due to werewolves coming their way. Surrounded by a group of werewolves, the 5 open fire at the werewolves to avoid getting to them. Simultaneously, they place a bayonet on their rifle to close combat with the werewolves. Luckily, they shoo away the werewolves, and they all survive the attack. Meanwhile, the mercenaries have arrived at the southern border of China. They devise a plan to ambush and target Lang Feng and the rest of the Wolf Warriors tomorrow morning. Morning comes, and Lang Feng's squad heads again to their training grounds. Unprepared, Fei and 3 of his squad members get ambushed by grenades while Lang Feng, at a far distance, attempts to locate the enemy. Then, Lang Feng discovers that the enemies are not the Red Forces but the Mercenaries. Also, he realizes they're no longer training but are dealing with a real ambush. Afterward, Lang Feng attempts to catch on to the Mercenaries but gets continuously targeted by the sniper mercenary. On the other hand, Fei fails to attack Tomcat, the leader of the mercenaries who are approaching him. He gets knocked down and shot in the back, thus, making him fall dead. Then, Lang Feng lures Tomcat and attacks him. Finally, Lang Feng flees the scene unarmed to escape Tomcat's continuous shooting. As the PLA reinforcement arrives, the mercenaries retreat to the forest. They check on the unconscious soldiers and find Fei's cold body. Meanwhile, as the mercenaries drive away from the forest, they notice a military aircraft warning them to stop moving. So the chasing begins as the mercenaries continue to hastily escape. As the military aircraft outran the mercenaries, it launched a missile and destroyed the mercenaries' vehicles. However, the mercenaries survive when they exit their vehicle just in time. Meanwhile, in Xiaoyun's facility, Xiaoyun discovers they're up against Min Deng. But then, noticed from their satellite that Min Deng had entered the southern border of China, where the wolf warriors stayed. At the same time, in the forest, Lang Feng carries the dead body of Fei. The wolf warriors express sorrow towards Fei's passing. Minutes later, military aircraft parachute supplies to the wolf warriors. They gather all the weapons and supplies to avenge Fei to the mercenaries. Then, the military aircraft pulls Fei's body up while the wolf warriors emotionally salute him. After that, the wolf warriors return to the forest to search for the mercenaries. They spread out the woods to easily search for the mercenaries. Unfortunately, some pass through the river with mine traps that explode directly at them. Ahead, the mercenaries place multiple booby traps to outnumber the wolf warriors in no time. Meanwhile, Lang Feng and the others continue searching on the forest's other side. They notice mine traps on their way and fall back to change their direction. However, Tomcat presses a button to set off the mine to blast near the squad. As Lang Feng and the others delay to stand from the shock, the mercenaries shoot at them from a distance. Lang Feng and the others continuously open fires in the mercenaries' direction. Yet, Lang Feng learns that the mercenaries are out of the firing range and are just wasting their bullets for nothing. Later on, the injured Wolf War platoon commander aims a gun at his head, but a mercenary sniper shoots his hand. His men attempt to reach him but fall dead from the shooting. He emotionally orders Lang Feng to kill him, but Lang Feng hesitates to shoot, thus, he devises a plan to continuously shoot at the tree nearby. The squad helps him shoot the tree to fall and cover them from the mercenaries' view. Wittingly, Lang Feng manages to reach the platoon commander and saves him. Afterward, Lang Feng calls on a medic to treat the commander. He then proceeds to his comrades and begins devising a plan. Now in command, he orders his comrades to outflank the other mercenaries. At the same time, he runs toward the sniper mercenary to attack. As he quickly runs to the higher ground in the forest, he continues to trick the sniper by moving in a different direction. With the help of Xiaoyun on the line, she directs Lang Feng to change position per 2.3 seconds. As Lang Feng manages to reach the sniper, he mercilessly shoots him in the head, eventually killing him. However, Tomcat shoots him too, making him hastily flee the scene. Simultaneously, the wolf warriors outnumbered the mercenaries. Meanwhile, Xiao Bing fights one-on-one with one of the mercenaries. As he moves closer to him, he kills him by slipping a knife on the mercenary's neck. On the other hand, one of the wolf warriors fights one-on-one with another mercenary. He chokes him while setting his grenade to blow them both. However, Shi Rubberneck, another wolf warrior, grabs his comrade to save him seconds before the grenade explodes. Luckily, they survive with only minor injuries. Afterward, most of the wolf warriors step on the landmine once again, which explodes right through them. Lang Feng devastatingly sees their state and attempts to save them, but he sees Tomcat from a distance and chases him instead. Alone, Lang Feng follows Tomcat by quickly moving through the mine traps unharmed. Unfortunately, he accidentally steps directly on an anti-personnel mine. Xiaoyun commands him to calm down and focus on getting out safely. Luckily, Lang Feng manages to disable the mine and survive. Xiaoyun sighs in relief. After that, Lang Feng chases Tomcat again and continuously shoots at him but misses. Finally, Tomcat attacks him, and they start shooting each other with their handguns. Simultaneously, they both ran out of bullets and began to closely combat each other with knives. During close combat, Lang Feng exhaustedly falls to the ground. Tomcat furiously aims his knife at Lang Feng's neck, but Lang Feng manages to outsmart him by slipping the knife to his neck. Tomcat falls dead afterward. Sometime later, medical personnel from the PLA force arrive. First, they treat the wounded soldiers and place them on a stretcher. Then, Shi Rubberneck tells one of the medics to look for Lang Feng somewhere in the forest. Min Dang, in a PLA uniform, Min Dang overheard their conversation and presumed that Lang Feng had not been killed yet. Later on, they arrive at the area where Lang Feng is. A medic approaches Lang Feng, but Lang Feng eventually recognizes his wrist tattoo from one of those drug smugglers in the abandoned facility. As the medic's about to inject Lang Feng with a deadly poison, Lang Feng grabs his arm and forces the injection to slip through the medic's neck. In the distance, Min Dang sees him and furiously shoots him. Lang Feng hastily grabs the dead medic's rifle and shoots at Min Dang and his men. Then, as Min Dang is about to escape at the edge of China's border, Lang Feng attempts to shoot him but runs out of bullets. Unfortunately, Min Dang's paramilitary forces arrive to attack Lang Feng. Swiftly, Lang Feng uses his bayonet to approach Min Dang and hold him hostage. Min Dang's men hold back and notice numerous PLA military aircraft arriving. Min Dang's men retreat, leaving Min Dang to be arrested. After a while, Xiaoyun and Commander Shi arrive to arrest Min Dang. Lang Feng receives his treatment and converses with Xiaoyun afterward. After some time, Xiaoyun arrives at the residence of Lang Feng's father. She hands him over a medallion awarded to Lang Feng for his bravery. Lang Feng's father grows emotionally proud while reminiscing about his past in the military. The movie ends when Lang Feng and Xiaoyun are in their vehicle and set to go on a date together. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this to help the channel out. Have a nice day.